Emerging from the depths of remembrance, a new serenity seeps forth into vision. Glistening in the distance, the overbearing copper orb begins to set its wavering mind. We are closer now than ever before to the persevering peak, a place where we too will find our home to dream. A restful sleep is the ultimate reward for those embroidered in tumultuous turmoil. At least for this moment, there is nothing left but to close the lying eyes and open the wandering wisdom of uninterrupted thought. At this moment of utter twilight, the veil of truth and falsity relinquishes its nature of the opaque. In the not-so-distant geography, the source of the mountain streams fulfills a vast pool of hopes and dreams. Lotus petal along the outskirts of the seams, dancing and pooling all together, making their leave one after another in an endless cavalcade of organic staccato. Memories of the truth contort into beautification of reality. To many, what once was is not life's faithful occurrence, due to whatever conventions of one's conviction. These trusted falsifications establish a history, both honest and maligned, but whichever of these creates the further benefit will stand the test of time. Can it be that actuality can be erased through the complexity of memory? second sighting of the familiar phantom brings peace to my frantically fleeting soul. Drawing water from the acquiring aquifer is none other than the rehabilitating reason for this vigorous venture. Her beauty reflects perfectly in the hopeful spring. Her lotus flowers tell tales of majesty all to her touch. A song of sweetness embellishes the being known from time long since past. Petals may fall from the flowers they form. Their freedom fastens onto my fleeting and faltering feelings. A living touch only surpasses her loving look. Something more easily dreamt in a world no longer to be attained. The sun has only begun its arc into descendance. Before the night sets in, memories regain momentum. Dreams and their happenings fade into existence. Love and loss are among the most famous feelings in the moments of increasing dusk. There is still a sweetness to be felt. Light is still prevailing. For now, only somber moments take the stage. There is no stopping the prominence of these emotions. In the same way, there is no impeding the beginning of a new day. But in the sunlight, however faint, there is still time to make a change. A difference to keep the night from overlapping the glory of the nearest star. Accept that the feelings of loss and loneliness exist to promote the endearing experience gathered from fate's finer finishes. To lose something is to lose a piece of oneself. No matter the prominence, regardless of the moment, pieces of persona are left behind. And like the endearing oak, one must persevere the current that life forces us all into. The gifts given unto us are stolen without repair. But in the end, they are gifts, and only alive for a fleeting time. Like everything else in this world, the endless river of time flows into the ocean of eternity. All things are caught in the tide of time, and it makes no difference. We alone are mere droplets, countless fragments. But together, we circulate humanity's cycle of joy, pain, gain, and loss. What a journey this has been. To venture here to reach the highest peak at the end of the world. There is a softness to the ground here unfelt in neither the wood or the stone. The greenery that grows here is different near the lake. Everything upon this hill glows with such a sheen unseen by those unwilling or unable to take upon this quest of internal ascension. The fading light shimmers on the landscape as the sun glistens on the undersea wonders of this world, wavering in and out with the wind and the leaves. Breathing is heavy at first, before the night's ocean overtakes one's vision and envelops the sky with something new. The day will soon be refreshed, but there is still much more to do before the dawn of the final day.
Promise. The truest beginnings of love starts at the end of all that came before, not to be forgotten, but to be magnified into something entirely new. There is only one way to show such a feeling of devotion, through a covenant of forever and always. Barely into adulthood, a perfect proposition must be made. Nearly 2 decades have passed since your first meeting. The magnitude of your nearing decisions weighs heavy. Never once has something so small carried such gravity. You go for a walk with Renee down the trail you both journeyed through in your youth. It has been many years at this point since the adventure that had been undertaken. Life's many instances have kept the beloved from continuing further to the peak of the mountain. It feels like the first time you have both walked through the endless trees engulfing the sky, but this venture is more important than any other before, except for the original outset. As the mountain comes into crystal view, you put your hand in your pocket and reach for a box. Renee has not yet noticed this. Ask her immediately or say nothing. I'm going to continue with saying nothing and playing it cool like we have been in chapters 1 and 2. You are too nervous to ask Renee outright to marry you, so you both continue your trip with a boxed ring in hand. Renee walks ahead and reaches out to a limb to help her up to another level. She asks for your hand for support. You place your hand with a ring in her hand, and she loses her grip on the branch and falls over onto you. You are both bewildered, but importantly unharmed. You both begin to look frantically in the leaves to find the ring that had fallen in the excitement, until you both place your hands on the intended treasure. From the ring to each other's eyes, your new focus is a powerful embrace, unlike the world has ever seen before. She says yes, on the condition that you don't wait too long for surprises next time. You reminisce on the years long since passed while lovingly holding one another. While walking further on the trail, Renee asks where to have the wedding, and you say, why not at the top, while pointing to the everlasting peak. Such love as pure as this is often only dreamt about through words, craft, or song. Not ever has something so true existed. But the world is a balanced place, a wonderfully dreadful, beautifully terrifying place. So this love, this forever after, would not go on the way it ought to have. The peak was never reached, only aspired, until now.